make it 5 consecutive wins for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's a tie game! Woo! Finally!
Go Leafs, go!
It's not baseball, but let's see a rally. Let's go Leafs!
Let's go! Big dubs for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And before we get this stream started, excuse me for my voice. I lost my voice the other night at the game between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, yeah, that's just a warning. My voice isn't quite what it usually is, but I'm gonna do this stream here tonight because the Leafs are on a 5-game winning streak. Let's go! Let's go! Big dubs for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, I was at a game just a couple nights ago, and I was cheering a bit too loud. I'm gonna be there Monday night too. When the LA Kings roll into town, so I'll be loud again. It's I don't know. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? So big dubs for the Maple Leafs. Uh, just a great performance all around until the third period. If I'm being honest, I was a bit nervous in that third period. Going into the third period, 3-1, and John Tavares makes it 4-1 early in the period, and that brought back a little bit of some bad memories. That brought back some bad memories for me being up 4-1 over the Boston Bruins, but not tonight. Not tonight. History would not repeat itself here in this game. Toronto Maple Leafs emerge victorious with a 5-2 victory. Big win. This was a big dub for this team. Uh, honestly, this team's coming together nicely right now. The forward group is really performing up to expectations. You're seeing your top players play like your top players, and when that happens, you're going to win more often than you lose. That's why the Toronto Maple Leafs are on a 5-game winning streak. There's been a lot of different things contributing to their success here. Their power play has been exceptional over the past 4 games. Jack Campbell, unreal. We need to extend Jack Campbell now. Jack Campbell has been outstanding for this team. He stole a win against the Tampa Bay Lightning just a couple nights ago and 40 saves tonight. 40 saves on 42 shots tonight for Jack Campbell. He has been outstanding for this Toronto Maple Leafs team. And yeah, with Peter Mrazek sidelined, we're going to need him to step up even more. Big performance again from Soupy. So tonight's 3 stars of the game. There was a lot of players that could have qualified for these 3 stars, but my 3 stars, you go Austin Matthews, first star of the game, 2 goals. Jack Campbell gets a second star with 40 saves. Fantastic. Jack Campbell seems like he's in the top 3 stars of the game every single game. Mitchell Marner. Mitch Marner had a goal and 3 assists in this game. Really contributing to this team's success right now. He stepped it up in a big time way. Just and all of the Maple Leafs big forwards that you would expect to step up in these games have been stepping up over the past 5 games. Check out some of these stats. John Tavares in his past 5 games, he has 5 goals and 4 assists, 9 points over the past 5 games for JT. Mitch Marner, 11 points, 8 assists with 3 goals in his past 5 games. Austin Matthews, 4 goals, 3 assists in his past 5 games, and William Nylander, 5 points in 5 games. So a point per game for William Nylander over the past 5 games. The Maple Leafs stars are really stepping up. And Brian says fourth star is the captain, John Tavares. I I agree with that. I almost put John Tavares as the third star of the game uh, over Mitch Marner, but I feel like Marner's impact on this game was greater. I know Tavares scored twice. Marner had 4 points in this game. He had the empty netter that sealed the deal. So I give it to Mitch Marner tonight. Need some Campbell soup for your sore throat. Honestly, it's not even a sore throat. This is just I've been yelling too much over the past 48 hours. I went, I was berserk at that game, just nonstop. It was electric. I mean, that Tampa Bay Lightning game I was at a couple days back, it was like very dead, silent. You could hear a pin drop almost in the crowd for a majority of the game. And then when that goal went in, John Tavares scored with 41 seconds. The crowd went berserk, and that's why I don't have a voice. Connor says Campbell, Vesna contender, way too early to say, but he keeps playing like this. You never know. And Connor, that's exactly how I'm going to leave it. Keeps playing like this. You never know, but it is way too early to say. Jack Campbell, today I'm sure he would be, but the season doesn't end today. We have a long road ahead of us, and a lot can happen. A lot can change throughout the season. But right now, Jack Campbell is definitely looking like one. So I mentioned that the Maple Leafs power play has been turning it up. This team's been hot as of late, and they're 5 of 11 on the power play over the last 4 games. This team's power play was atrocious through the first, I don't know, 7 games or so, and over the past 4 games, they've been starting to do better. They've been getting more shots on net. They've been rotating better, and the power play looks lethal again. It looks like a power play. It doesn't look like something that's not a power play. Like the Maple Leafs power play early in the year, earlier in the year, really didn't even look like a power play at all. They were having a hard time getting set in the offensive zone, and they were really not getting many shots on goal. But over the last 4 games, they've been doing a much better job, and the Stars are performing. So we need to see this continue for this team. They're on a 5 game winning streak now with this win tonight, and they're looking to make that 6 games Monday night against the Los Angeles Kings. And what's going to be another exciting matchup. Tavares is playing like a man on a mission. Absolutely. John Tavares is playing like a man on a mission. He looks motivated after the way his season ended last year. Uh, Earlier than he would have liked for sure. And yeah, over the past 5 games, especially 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points in his last 5 games. He's got a goal per game over the past 5 games. And really early in the season, John Tavares has been leading by example. He's been doing all the things you want to see from your captain. Uh, he's looked good, and he's looked dangerous for the Leafs early on. And Milford says best I've ever seen Marner play. I don't think I'd go that far, but Mitchell Marner, he had a great game tonight. Part of that is Mitch and Austin feeling better. Shows on the ice. Mitch, Austin, they're playing with confidence again. They're playing with confidence again, and it looks like this team's playing with emotion again. This team, something has sparked this team because early in the year, when we were just getting started, this team looked like they were emotionless. They looked flat every game for a majority of the game, too. It was hard for them to score more than 3 goals. They didn't get more than 3 goals through the first 8 games of the season. And uh, so, yeah, you need these guys to perform. You need them to step up, and they have been. So if the Maple Leafs can get their stars to continue to perform this way, that's going to translate to success for them. And Andre Kasha is accepting his shutdown role. Yeah, Andre Kasha is looking good for this team down on that third, fourth line. So if you haven't already, please make sure you smash the like button and hit the notification bell. to be notified every time new content's being released on this channel. Uh, I got a bunch of post game shows, reactions. I'm going to be at the game Monday night between the Kings and the Leafs, so I'll have another one of those live reaction videos. I got a pretty good response on this channel. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. It's from the Lightning game just 2 days ago, and it was a wild video. Uh, I had some great seats for that one. Monday, I'll be up in the 300 levels, but it's a neat, different perspective, and I'll have some analysis videos, some breakdown stuff being posted afterwards. Joe says if your best players are not your best players, it's a bad sign. Yes, Joe. Yes. And the first example I think of is last year's playoffs. I hate to bring it up, but it's going to continue to be brought up. When your best players aren't your best players, that translates to more often than not, you're going to lose if your best players aren't your best players. You need players to step up and contribute from up and down the entire lineup, but most nights you need your stars to be your best players, and that's been happening for the Toronto Maple Leafs as of late. So how are we feeling, Leafs Nation? How are we feeling riding a 5-game winning streak right now? Let's go. It feels good. Frank Rusty Nail says Andre Kasha is a great player, very good on the penalty kill, hard-working player, and he deserves more goals and assists. Well, Frank, the goals, the assists, the points will come as long as he continues the hard work. Good things will happen. Bounces will go his way eventually. He'll get some more points. Just the big thing for him is he needs to stay healthy. What a result against them. And by them, I believe you're talking about the Boston Bruins. This is a nice win. This is a nice team win and a confidence builder for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They haven't seen the Boston Bruins in a really long time. And every time they see that B lined up across from them, yeah, there's a history there. There's a history there, and it's a pretty recent history that still stings to this day for this team. So that's something that this team uses as motivation, and it looked like it tonight. Glenn Binns says, hello from Owen Sound, Ontario. Go Leafs, go. Yes, Glenn Binns. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching. So you got the Owen Sound attack. And I think it looks like a jersey in that picture. So, yeah, let's go. I was impressed with the Leafs defensively, says Massett. You know what? For the most part, I will agree with this. But the third period, I completely disagree. There was 23 shots against Jack Campbell for the Boston Bruins in the third period alone. 23 shots to 9 shots in the third period in favor of the Boston Bruins. So I'd like to see, like, that game shouldn't have been that close at the end. The Toronto Maple Leafs should have ran away with this game earlier than they did. Like, this shouldn't have been a competition late in this game. I was impressed by the penalty kill with 3 minutes to go. That was outstanding. The Bruins only got one shot on goal, but I'd like to see the Maple Leafs do a better job of closing that game out earlier. I know the Boston Bruins are a tough team. They're a tough team to play against, and there's a lot of history there. They're going to give you their best every time they play the Maple Leafs, but in that third period, it shouldn't have been that close. The Boston Bruins should not have had 23 shots on goal. Jack Campbell, if Jack Campbell was feeling off, that really could have went south for the Maple Leafs. But luckily, Jack Campbell, he stood on his head for them. Wilfred says entertaining hockey, but it's only the regular season. We know they're a good team for that. Yep. That's the thing. It's hard to get super hyped about this win. I'm excited about this win. We have 5 consecutive wins. 5 consecutive wins for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they've beat some tough opponents within that 5-game span as well. But it's early in the season. I don't think anyone's saying that the Maple Leafs are going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to say that on this channel for quite a while. Probably, maybe I'll get to say that one day, but I'm not even going to go there. It's it's way too early in the season for that. It's just team building. Team building at this point. The regular season is important for this team to continue their team building, get their chemistry going, and then come playoff time, as long as they qualify, they need to be full stride with momentum going into the playoffs. So yeah, big dubs for the Maple Leafs tonight. 5 consecutive wins. They beat the Boston Bruins by a score of 5-2 tonight. The Stars were the Stars, and the Maple Leafs step up big time. Before we go, I just want to show, because Jack Campbell has been a hot topic in Leafs Nation right now. He's been fantastic for this team, and Jack Campbell, 40 saves on 42 shots out there tonight. He stole a win against Tampa Bay Lightning the other night, and I had a pretty good seat at that game, and I got to witness Jack Campbell up close. So I want to give you just a look at this footwork. It's really smooth footwork from Jack Campbell. I want you to notice how composed he stays here. So again, there's no flashy save or anything made on this play in this play, but it's just the footwork of Jack Campbell. He looks so confident, and he knows what he's doing back there. It's great to see the footwork of Jack Campbell. He just looks so smooth and in control of what's happening, and he's playing with such confidence right now. And the Maple Leafs are really benefiting from that. They are winning on the back of Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell's putting this team on his back right now. 40 saves tonight. Stole a win against the Lightning the other night. Jack Campbell's been fantastic, and the Maple Leafs need to make it a priority to re-sign Jack Campbell this offseason. Frank Rusty Nail says, what happens with Justin Hall? I think the Leafs will trade him and gain cap space. It's a really interesting situation what's going on with Justin Hall right now. He's been scratched for quite a few games now. Justin Hall, when he was scratched, I thought, okay, it's just an accountability thing. Maybe they're going to hold him out for a game and get him back in there. But Timothy Liljegren, Rasmus Sandin, they've been playing good. And until they falter or Justin Hall shows something in practice, we're not going to see a change, I don't think, for a little bit. Travis Dermott, he's been playing better in my opinion. And with Justin Hall, it's tricky because you want to have that defensive depth. You want to have defensive depth. And I think Justin Hall and Travis Dermott would be a really solid 7th defenseman for this team to carry for the rest of the year. They could trade him, gain some cap space, but if someone goes down and you traded Justin Hall, who are you putting in? Who are you putting in? I would like to keep Justin Hall unless we're getting an upgrade somewhere defensively, which I don't think it's going to be easy to do that at this point in time. But yeah, that's all for tonight's postgame show. Big dubs for the Maple Leafs, 5-2 victory over the Boston Bruins. And yeah, he said, I wouldn't be eager to trade Hall. You're only one injury away from having an AHL guy. And that's exactly the thing. Unless you're bringing someone else in who can supplement this team on the blue line and be a 7th defender, I don't think it's a good idea to trade away Justin Hall. Just not right now. It's not a good idea. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that's all for tonight's postgame show. If you haven't already, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell, and share this video with whoever, any Leafs fans, hockey fans. It helps out the channel in a big time way. So as always, I'm your guy Jake, and thank you for watching. Let's go. Big dubs.
Absolutely unbelievable. It's a tie game! Woo! Finally! Go Leafs, go! It's not baseball, but let's see a rally. Let's go Leafs!